Welcome and good evening. We are super excited to have our virtual orientation night for 2022. Welcome to the class of 2026 and our families out there. I am Brandy Canizaro, proud principal of Alliance Academy for Innovation. We are super excited to start year 5 next year with your students entering entering our high school in 9th grade. Tonight we're going to go over Alliance 101 information. We also have an awesome student panel with 3 of our current Alliance students that is going to be moderated by our head counselor, Mr. Tom Neighbor. We're going to give you a little bit of information about joining PTSO. Throughout the evening, you are welcome to add questions in the chat box. There's a live Q&A place. You can add a question. We will respond to you. Also, after our student panel, we'll be answering questions for the students as well. Once again, thank you for joining us tonight. If you have any questions after tonight, please continue to visit our website. We also have some upcoming virtual Q&A sessions. We will send an email blast early next week with a reminder to families about when those sessions are. So there's 3 different times as you continue to have questions about joining us in high school next year, course registration, and everything that comes with Alliance. So once again, welcome class of 2026.
Welcome to Alliance Academy. We are super excited to welcome the class of 2026. We hope you had a chance to visit us at our info nights in November to tour our school, meet our teachers, and to meet our students. Make sure to visit our website for videos of all of our pathway labs, as well as information about all of our CTAE teachers. Here is our awesome staff. You had a chance to meet many of them at our info nights in November. Please visit our website, as I said, to learn more about our CTAE teachers, as well as our core teachers and elective teachers.
We have some important dates for you to mark your calendars. First of all, on Thursday, February 10th at 9 a.m., we will host a virtual Coffee with Canizaro that will feature our principal, Ms. Canizaro. And it's an opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about Alliance Academy and ask any questions that you may have. As always, you will be able to find the link to that event on the Alliance website. Next, we have the Avengers Assemble for the class of 2026. We will share course information with our middle schools, and students will have an opportunity to ask questions of counselors and find out more about courses that are available, which we will discuss more in this presentation tonight. We will also host a virtual academic planning night, Tuesday, February 15th at 7 p.m. Again, virtually, go to the website to get the link to that. And again, that will be an opportunity for you to get an idea of what the 4 years might look like for your students. And again, ask questions and clarification about scheduling issues. Avenger Day is one of our favorite days of the year. It will be held in July of 2022. We feel sure that that will be a face-to-face event, and you will be able to come on campus, choose a locker, purchase your PE uniform, get your course schedule, walk your schedule, and be able to see where all your classes are and all of that. We will announce that date and towards the beginning of the summer. So again, keep an eye on the website for that information. We would like to talk to you a little bit about the Alliance Academy bell schedule, different from some of the other base high schools, but the same as the other base high schools. Our students do all take 7 courses per year. We run a rotating A day, B day block schedule. So every day is either A or B. And as you can see, our class periods are approximately 80 or 85 minutes long. And our students will meet with their 3rd period every day. So 1 and 2 and 4 meet every other day. 3rd period meets every day. As part of our 3rd period, our students have an opportunity to have lunch, and then they also have an opportunity for marble time, where either they remain in their classroom and get some homework done, catch up on things, make up a quiz or a test, and they also can attend special extra help sessions in our media center that's run by some of our teachers that help with that and some of our peer tutoring. 9th graders, this is a sample student schedule of what a 9th grade schedule might look like. So again, you can see that courses meet every other day. So on an A day, the first course would be Spanish 2, then 9th Lit Honors, 3rd period biology every day, and then 4th period would be Intro to Healthcare. Our students typically will will have their intro course for their pathway that they are starting here. Then obviously a math, a science, a social studies, a language arts, Many of our students take world language, and then graduation requirement, personal fitness and health, so one each semester. This is an idea of our course selections. You can look at this and see that we offer many courses, same as the other base high schools. We offer all the same academic courses that they do, wide variety of courses for your students to choose from, and then the career pathway classes that are unique to Alliance Academy. In ninth grade, students are given the choice of ninth grade lit or ninth grade lit honors. In math, some of our students are in Algebra 1, others are in geometry or geometry honors, and then some of our students are in the Excel Geometry B/Algebra 2 course. In science, many of our students take physical science in middle school, so then they will go into biology or biology honors. If they have not taken physical science in middle school, they will take physical science as a ninth grader. World language, we only offer Spanish and German, so if your student has started another language, then you will want to contact your counselor so that we can make arrangements for them to be able to continue that if that's what they want to do. World history and AP World History, we are different than the base high schools. We start our social studies early so that then our students are able to finish their social studies requirements by their junior year, so that then they can participate in our internship and mentorship programs. And then again, the graduation requirement of personal fitness and health, one each semester, that all students must take to graduate. Our graduation requirements, these are set by the state of Georgia. So we have here, all students must take 4 credits of English, 4 credits of math, 4 credits of science, 3 social studies. So again, we start that in the freshman year, 3 CTAE and world language courses, 1 health and personal fitness, and then they have room for 4 or more electives. Again, our students all finish that CTAE pathway, which is a 3-year course commitment to that. We offer 20 AP courses here at Alliance Academy. We're very proud of our AP students and how well they've done in their courses and on those exams. AP courses have an exam in May where students are then able to earn college credit. So again, we administer many exams in May for our students, and historically they have done very, very well. So as you can see, we have lots of options for students to find what kinds of courses they want to attempt the college level rigor in.
At Alliance Academy, we offer 7 career interest theme academies. Our newest school or academy is the School of International Business and Finance. That will start next school year. These are the academies and rooms that you had a chance to visit when you came in November. And we're going to go in a little more in depth about the courses that each of these academies offers, as well as some of the cool opportunities your students will get to experience. Aerospace and drone technology. Drone technology is new next year. So within this academy, you have flight ops, which is your traditional learning to fly airplanes. We have awesome flight simulators that are in our lab. And then for drone technology, students are able to earn their pilot's license to fly drones. We've had several students that have been with us over the years who earned their drone license midway through high school, and we're able to work part-time on the weekends and throughout the summer. Criminal justice law and public administration. New next year is our public management and administration pathway. What is interesting about this pathway is you actually receive dual credit for government economics, as well as international intelligence, which are standalone courses. So students receive dual credit in these classes. It also is for students that are interested in going into politics one day or working for the government. So very exciting. In criminal justice and law, our classroom and lab has a built-in courtroom. The courtroom is modeled after the Forsyth County Courthouse right here in Cumming. So an awesome pathways for students that potentially want to go into law enforcement, work for the FBI, become a lawyer one day as well. Cybersecurity and digital intelligence. Here we have game design and cybersecurity. So game design is that traditional designing video games that so many of our students are interested in. Cybersecurity, we actually have a cyber range that you can see pictured here. This is where students are able to go through simulations when we're receiving cyber attacks, and they're able to track all the cyber attacks that are taking place worldwide. Cybersecurity is a very much up and coming business. Every business out there has cybersecurity, and throughout the state of Georgia, it has become a great economic development for us. Healthcare and first responders. We partner with our local hospitals, Northside, Forsyth, as well as our local doctor's offices. We have fire and emergency services, which is for students who want to go into fire fighting one day. And we have emergency medical responder for students who are looking for that traditional healthcare pathway. Really hands-on experiences. In our lab, there's actually a built-in ambulance, and so you can see some of our students in action here. Hospitality and graphic design. Graphic design, we have a Mac lab. We also have a print shop called Innovation Studios. With our hospitality pathway, we work closely with local hotels, and we also are working closely with the Focal Center right here in Cumming to help manage the hospitality side of things. We also, in hospitality and tourism, the students run our school stores, so Heroes Corner and the Garage. International business and finance, these are our new pathways for next year. What is awesome about this is it really is going to prepare students for the ever-changing global world and economy. So we have FinTech as well as international business. Lastly, we have mechatronics and energy. In energy, our students work on an electric car or e-car, and in mechatronics, our students do a lot with robotics. Mechatronics is mechanical and electrical engineering. These two pathways are truly our STEM-focused pathways here at Alliance. If you had a chance to tour our school or if you visit our website, you can see our STEM gym, which was specifically built for robotics competitions. And in that top picture, that is a picture of our first robotics competition, large robot, that competed last school year. CTSOs. We have lots of clubs and organizations here at Alliance, as well as 6 CTSOs. All of these CTSOs pair up with our different pathways. So we have Skills USA, HOSA, FBLA, First Robotics or FRC, TSA, and DECA. We highly encourage and recommend that every student get involved in their CTSO that partners with their pathway. Many students join multiple CTSOs. It is a great opportunity for competition, leadership opportunities, as well as to give back to our community through community service.
Something that is unique to Alliance Academy is our Alliance Learning Communities. We have cohorted our students into innovators, heroes, and makers. Our innovators are our School of Cybersecurity and Digital Intelligence, our School of International Business and Finance, and our School of Hospitality and Design. Our heroes, of course, are our School of Healthcare and First Responders and our School of Criminal Justice Law and Public Administration. And our makers are our School of Aerospace and Drone Technology and our School of Mechatronics and Energy. This year, we were able to cohort our students in these learning communities in their English, science, social studies, and world language classes. It gives the teachers and the students an opportunity to focus those courses more on what our students are interested in and their pathway courses as well, and make those connections. Our course registration timeline is the same as for all of the other high schools. On February 15th, you will want to check your parent portal, and it will open up and you will be able to see the courses that your student has been recommended for, and your student will be able to choose their electives. We always ask that our students give us a couple of alternates in the event that a course fills up and they're not able to be scheduled for that course. In addition, you will have the opportunity to take a look at those recommendations, and if you have questions about them or perhaps disagree with a recommendation, there will be a form that you'll be able to fill out to let us know that you would like to be considered for a course request change. The parent portal will close on February 23rd, so you have just over a week to do that. Again, that course request change form will be available online during that same period. And then parent portal at the very end of March will open up for a couple of days just for course verification for you to go back and double check to make sure if changes were able to be made and if you again have any questions at that time. In July, on Avenger Day, which is to be determined, but towards the end of July, we will announce when Avenger Day is. You'll be able to come in and actually pick up your schedule. And of course, it will always be available online once that opens up in July.
At Alliance, our mission is to provide pathways for students to own their future in college, career, and life. As you may know, our mascot are the Avengers. So in the words of Nick Fury, we believe there was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people, and that is the Alliance Academy community. Once again, we welcome our class of 2026. Thank you again for joining us during this presentation as well. If you have any further questions after viewing our presentation of Alliance 101, here are some contacts that you're welcome to reach out to. So we have our administrative team, Ms. Canizera's principal, Ms. Robinson is our assistant principal over scheduling and curriculum, Mr. Tarantino is one of our assistant principals, Ms. Oswald and Mr. McCloy are assistant administrators, and we have 3 amazing counselors, Mr. Neighbor, Ms. Kim Hahn, and Ms. Johnson. So if you have any questions over these next few weeks, as your student is deciding on what courses they're going to take, do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you again for joining us.
All right. Hello. Good evening. My name is Tom Neighbor. I'm the Director of Counseling, and I warm welcome to the class of 2026 and any future Avengers, parents, aunts, uncles, anybody else that is joining in here tonight. I am joined here with by 3 of our most amazing Avengers, 3 of Alliance's finest, who are going to give you a little background tonight, give you a little bit of insight about what it is like to be an Alliance student, maybe give some thoughts or comments. So we have a student panel for you. Let's go ahead, let's meet our panel. I have 2 seniors here for you tonight and 1 junior, and we're gonna go ahead and start with Lana, if you would go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Lana Ayub, and I completed all 3 years of my criminal justice pathway, and I'm currently taking a 4th year of healthcare.
My name is Cade Staley. I'm a senior, and I have completed the criminal justice and law pathway.
My name is Shelby Lane. I'm a junior, and I am in the middle of completing my aerospace pathway.
All right, and thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you coming and taking some personal time to come and talk to our future students. I'm sure you can remember what it was like just a short time ago when you made the decision to come to Alliance and wondering what to expect. So hopefully tonight, with your help, we can give our students that are here with us tonight an idea of what they're looking for. Now, of course, first thing, and students and parents at home are going to be super impressed by how you all are presented and dressed tonight. Okay, so tell me about these jackets.
So these are from our CTSO that we have here called Skills USA, and we are a CTSO that offers a variety of competitions, mostly in every single pathway that Alliance offers, and that gives students the opportunity to compete and apply the skills that they learn here at Alliance into this competitions.
Love it.
Yeah.
Kate, anything different or anything to add? You're a skills member as well, correct?
I would say it's super important to get involved in the CTSOs because obviously at Alliance we don't have the sports or fine arts aspect, but that's how you get involved with different clubs and CTSOs. And so one of my favorite things that I have done is join Skills USA, and we have plenty of options for CTSOs, and all of the pathways have CTSOs that correlate with the pathway, so you can join a CTSO that is specifically more fitted, I guess, for your pathway. But like Lana said, Skills USA is a pretty generic CTSO, and we sort of offer competitions, and anyone from any pathway can join Skills USA.
Awesome, and thanks for the great background, and you look great. And Shelby is really what we call dress for success, okay, which our students do once a month. So Shelby, you look great as well. Maybe share with everybody a couple of the extracurriculars and clubs and so forth that you have participated in.
Yes, so I am not in a CTSO, but I am in a few clubs. I'm in Beta Club and Science National Honor Society. Clubs are another great way to get involved and meet people who have similar interests as you. Beta Club is an organization that focuses on volunteer work, so it gives you a lot of that volunteering and volunteer hours. And Science National Honor Society is kind of a sciencey version of that. I love being involved in clubs. You go to meetings, but there's a lot of experiences and field trips, competitions, different things that you get to participate in here that are very helpful.
Awesome. Appreciate that insight from all of you. And one thing, our students are always better dressed than I am here. So of course I had to, just ask about that. So a couple things. And whoever wants to take this one first, and then I'll hear from the others. We think about, making the choice between attending our base school and Alliance. It's just a great time to be a rising ninth grader because you have a choice. You can go to your base school or you can come to a cool place like Alliance. They both have their strengths. But tell me, who wants to tell me maybe what opportunity do you think you had at Alliance that you might not have otherwise had at your base school? Who wants to start us off?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, go ahead, Shelby.
Alliance is different in that obviously we are kind of we're a magnet school with different pathways, and especially in middle school, I was really interested in flight and aerospace and all things to do with planes. So Alliance gave me the kind of opportunity to both explore that passion in a smaller setting. In all of the pathways and in your core classes, it's a very good student to student and student to teacher connection where I feel like I know my way around, and it's easy to make friends and to talk to different people that share your same interests. It's a bit like a major in college. You find someone else, you're like, oh, you're also in the aerospace pathway. That's so cool. What are you interested in that? And at the base school, it's a little scary. It's a lot of people and a lot of different people going about their business, kind of busy.
So what I'm hearing, so it's kind of narrowed your interest down other like-minded people.
Yes.
Okay.
And Alliance kind of gives you that base, especially in the aerospace pathway I know about, but I'm sure as well for the other pathways. The end of pathway assessment gains you whatever skill in that pathway. So for aerospace, it's the FAA written private pilot exam, which gets you that license one step closer to being a pilot. And it just gives you all the base and the prep work and the hard skills for what you want to do, as well as the soft skills to go into any kind of business.
Really, really neat. I've met students here at Alliance that had a junior pilot's license before they had a learner's permit to drive a car.
Yeah.
That's totally fascinating. All right. Anybody else want to expand a little bit on that? Kate?
I completely agree. The pathways is obviously like the huge part of Alliance. And you can laugh at me, but like in middle school, my parents were always like, oh, you should be a lawyer because you like arguing. Now, obviously, I didn't know if I wanted to be a lawyer, but coming to Alliance and being in that criminal justice and law pathway helped me explore that profession. And I took both sides of the pathway. So I took the crime scene investigations as well as the essentials of legal services applications of law side. So I kind of got to see different sides of this criminal justice and law pathway. And it sort of helped me decide if this is a career that I actually want to pursue or not.
Okay, cool. And I love to comment on that because when you go through a pathway, here's what's really neat, what I've seen, especially when students do internships. A lot of our students will get to the end of a pathway. And just what you said, Kate, do I want to pursue it or not? Some students are like, wow, that is so cool. Yes, I definitely want to go pursue this in college or go into this field for my career. And then there are students that say, you know what, this pathway was really cool, but and I maybe did an internship and now I know I don't want to do it for my career. But I think that's, to me, as a counselor, I feel like that's really valuable because lots of students, about 60% of college students change majors. Maybe you've done away that in high school and maybe you'll go through college without changing your major with what you know. So either way, taking a pathway or two, or some of our students even take 3, you're learning. You're learning about yourself in different careers.
And I can say that because of these hands-on experiences and taking these classes, I decided that I want to study criminal justice or criminology in college.
So you kind of went a little bit different direction within the same school, right? Because you were thinking maybe law, but now you've gone into the criminalistic side. Okay, fascinating. And I see that I see that in aerospace sometimes too. Sometimes where students have gotten in as I want to be a pilot, but then they get more into the maintenance side or the drone side, and maybe they go a little bit different direction.
Especially as a middle school student, I only knew like maybe 25 jobs that existed. What your mom does, what your dad does, what your friend does. But Alliance kind of opened my eyes to, there are so many different people doing different jobs that make this industry work together, and you could do any one of them.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Lana, healthcare. Tell me a little bit about that. What's that been like?
Healthcare, I absolutely love the pathway. At first, when I came to Alliance for middle school, I was like, I want to be a neurosurgeon. My goal is to help people, help everyone, and just help, basically. But then I started off Alliance with healthcare and criminal justice. And as I started going into it more and more, I was like, wow, criminal justice is just so interesting and so intriguing about how they go about everything. And when I go to college, I want to major in criminal justice, go into the Navy as a criminal investigator, which is really cool. But having that healthcare aspect and going finishing my 3 years, getting accepted into the 4th year pathway for it, really coincides with what I want to do, because it just opens your eyes in a way that not a lot of other schools can, basically, by showing you real life experiences, working with teachers that actually have been in those fields, who can just basically open your eyes. Like, my healthcare teacher used to be a paramedic, so she knows all that background for it. My criminal justice teacher used to be a police officer, gives us that kind of real world experience. And I don't think really much other high schools do that in the county, other than Alliance, really.
Get that connection to the field.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really cool, especially with all the hands-on stuff that we get to do.
Yeah, the hands-on is pretty neat. So you've talked a lot about your pathways. Tell me about some of the courses here, maybe the academics. What has maybe been a favorite course, your most difficult course? Can anyone speak to that?
I will speak to both of those. I am a huge English fan. I love to write, I love to read, all of that. And Alliance offers a course called Speech Communications that I'm currently taking. It's a semester elective, and I'm having a blast in there. It prepares you for emailing college professors and how to write your resume and your cover letter, and getting you ready for things in the real world that you're going to have to know how to do magically.
Okay.
And so that class has been really beneficial to me, and I like it a lot.
So that was a favorite class.
It is favorite.
Okay.
Difficult, I would say AP Chem. It is a very difficult class. I did take the honors chem the year before, so I still have a little bit of that base knowledge, and AP Chem expands on that. It is a very difficult class, and everyone in the class knows that it's a very difficult class, but my teacher gives us a ton of resources and extra help, so that we really know she wants the best for us, and she wants us to do well. And it's a really cool environment, because we all just want to see each other succeed.
Yeah.
And
so of course, with the fun classes and the hands-on classes and all the learning about maybe a pathway or an area, we're still going to work here. We offer 20 AP courses. You don't have to take AP courses, but a lot of our students do. We offer honors courses and everything else, just like our base schools do. You saw in the presentation before, parents, that the graduation requirements are the same as any other base school. Any other course, Kate or Alana, that you could think doesn't have to be an AP course, but it just could be a course that maybe challenged you, or a teacher that challenged you while you were here?
I really loved my 10th grade honors lit class with Miss Adamczyk. I believe she's the ELA chair person at this school. She is amazing, and she always challenges us with the books that we read, the assignments that we get all the time, as well as I had for my junior year, Miss Brumbelow for AP Lang. She also challenged us, also put our minds to work doing projects and that kind of stuff, looking at everything from a new perspective. And I thought that was really good to have that kind of experience.
Cool, cool. Kate, anything that challenged you particularly all through?
I think my hardest class that I've taken in my all 4 years was probably AP World History.
Mm-hmm.
That one was a lot, because you cover feels like all of time.
And you took that way back in 9th grade.
Yep,
So you
my
took a
freshman
college
year.
course in freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
Not easy.
Yeah, that was probably my most challenging course. And then Spanish was it's fun, and I always did well, but it was difficult, of course, learning a foreign language.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, one other thing, that we have here is we ask, what do you think are the benefits of Alliance? And I want to hear a little bit or what has, benefited you so far. One thing I want to touch on that I think is so cool here is now when you all entered Alliance Academy, we had 10 different middle schools in the county. We now have 11 because Hendricks has been added since you've been here. So there's 11 different middle schools that feed in, and then some of our students even come from private schools or outside of the county. So we've got students that come from all over the place. So it's very different than going into, say, a base school where everybody's known each other, right? And I think it's really neat. Sometimes I'm talking to a group of students, even freshmen, and I'll be like, hey, you guys, did you know each other before coming here? And there'll be a group of students like, no, Mr. Neighbor, we all went to different schools. She went there, he went there, he went there. So tell me a little bit about the social aspect at Alliance and what is it like? Is it difficult to make friends? Is it easy to make friends? Tell me a little bit about that.
I don't think it was that hard to make friends just because everyone has pretty similar interest. Like everyone wants to pursue a pathway and that kind of stuff. Actually, Cade and I, we met our freshman year. He lives on the north end of the county. I live on the south end.
Mhm.
So we wouldn't have met if the school really didn't exist.
Yeah.
But we're really good friends now.
And that's super cool. I hear that all the time where students say, yeah, we wouldn't have known each other if we hadn't come
Yeah.
to Alliance.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and experiences like that. Shelby, you went to what, South Middle, I
Middle
think,
School,
right?
Yes. I was definitely a little bit worried about that, a little apprehensive before I came here. Am I still going to be friends with these people? How am I going to acclimate to this new environment? But immediately freshman year, I found a bunch of new friends and it was very easy, but I didn't lose touch with anybody. Like I'm still friends with some of my people at the base school and at other high schools. You get to know if you want to stay friends with someone, you'll stay friends with someone.
Yeah.
And then you'll just meet a whole new world of people here as well.
I've heard that too. It's almost like you can expand your network. Okay, you have your school friends at Alliance, people like you say you might not have met otherwise from wherever in the county. And then I've heard of students that maybe join up with some of their friends from middle school and they go to a football game at a base school or something like that, or they just hang out with them and see them on the weekends, even though they're not in the same school. And then I just constantly see amazing relationships. I've seen lifelong relationships. I've seen friends from Alliance already go off to college that have decided to be roommates at college. So, you know, we do see all kinds of relationships form here. So that's awesome. Anything else that you can think of that everybody wants to share that might have benefited you here at Alliance that we haven't mentioned yet?
I just want to touch on resources a little bit. I'm very grateful that Alliance has had all of these resources, and you kind of saw a lot of examples of those in the video earlier. But just the ability to not only have that lecture time learning, but also to have the, like we've been saying, hands-on experience of flying the simulator or flying the drone. It helps me as a hands-on learner to kind of apply what I'm learning in class and gain that skill as well.
I agree. Yeah.
In the criminal justice and law pathway, it's the same way. We still do all the hands-on learning. For example, I remember we did a fire extinguisher lab. I think that was intro year, so freshman year. We did a high-risk vehicle stop in the parking lot. That was super cool. We got a car out there. We had a police car that we got to pull over the car and go through the steps of how to properly do a traffic stop. And then we also, in the law pathway, like on the more applications of law side, we get into the courtroom that we have, and we're able to do opening statements and run through a trial, which is super cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Lana?
For me, Alliance just really opened my eyes to all the opportunities that it's like shown to me basically. Like I currently have 3 internships. I'm a third rider with Central EMS for my emergency medical technician class, which is 4th year of healthcare. I'm starting at the sheriff's office next Monday, and I also help out with, of course, Skills USA and my criminal justice teacher here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to get out there.
Oh yeah, I'm a busy bee. I like to keep busy. But yeah, it's really cool because if I had gone to my base high school, which is Denmark, I don't think I would have done this. I would have went into sports like swimming and not stay closed-minded, but I wouldn't have let myself experience as much as I let myself experience here at this school.
Yeah. So you had a comfort level at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, really cool. I'm hearing about all this hands-on stuff. It makes me want to like go back to high school and take this stuff. And it's just really neat. And as you're going through, I have to remind myself like you're in school. So at any point when you're in school, okay, and you're, you know, having a high-speed stop out in the parking lot, or you're in a flight simulator, or you're resuscitating somebody up in the lab and learning how to do this. Do you ever stop and say, hey, wow, I'm in school?
Yes.
Kind of
Yes.
forget, do you kind of forget you're in school sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really like a lot of the core classes incorporate that as well with very open-ended, like creative learning projects. Earlier today, I was doing a project for my AP Lang class where we're learning about satire. So we're making a satirical video parody to a music video or a piece of literature. And it was so fun to make, and we're gonna watch them in class later.
That sounds like a
That's
good
so
time.
fun.
Yeah, and that's a core class. So even your core classes, you're having fun. All right, good stuff. This is lots of good stuff. A couple things, we can, if I can go back, I mean, you're both seniors, junior, so we're upperclassmen, we're approaching graduation soon. You'll be shaking Miss Canizaro's hand and going off, and Shelby, you're a little less than a year away from that. It goes quickly. But can you remember back to being a rising ninth grader? And you're thinking to yourself, well, gosh, I have this choice and this is such a big decision. Maybe this was the biggest decision you ever made, right? It's great to have choice, but I'm choosing, do I go to my baseball? Do I come to Alliance? Now, students that are on here tonight, I want to tell you, you have made an amazing choice. And I don't just say that because I've been here since we opened, and I have my own daughter that attends Alliance here as a junior as well. That you've made an amazing choice. As I've just seen so many students blossom and grow, just like the ones that are before you here. But comes to the question, let me throw this one out there as you were hanging on that thought when you applied and, oh my gosh, what should I do? Are you glad that you chose Alliance? Who wants to start with that one?
I'll go ahead and start. Originally, I actually wasn't 100% thinking about Alliance, just because when Ms. Canizaro first came to my middle school, to Santa, I was like, well, I really want to stay with my friends. I want to be able to do sports, have like a normal high school experience and that kind of stuff. But my mom encouraged me, and she was like, you don't have anything to lose. You like some of the pathways that they offer, just apply. Let's see what happens. So I applied, and I waited, and then I got that little letter in the mail that said, hey, you got accepted into Alliance. And I was like, okay, wait, this is like actually super cool.
This is happening.
Yeah, so I was like, let me try at least freshman year, see how I like it, test the waters. And I tried it out, started with healthcare, criminal justice, went through those classes, made friends, joined CTSOs and clubs, and I was like, this is my school. I see myself here for the next 4 years of my life. So it was really cool.
Love it. Okay, good stuff.
I agree. I'm definitely glad I came to Alliance. Like I mentioned earlier, it helped me explore that career path that I was interested in, and decide that is something that I want to pursue and learn more about. And then a big thing for me was the sports and fine arts, like not having it, because in middle school, I was in drama and I was in chorus, so I did all that. And coming to Alliance, which didn't have fine arts or anything like that, it was a hard decision I had to make, but I was able to still participate in like fine arts throughout the county with all the different programs and companies that we have. And I also have many friends in classes who played sports like basketball and soccer, and they still are able to play soccer and basketball through the different parks and rec systems in Forsyth and the different clubs and organizations. So if that's a big thing for you, there are still plenty of options and you can still make it work.
Awesome. So you really balanced. You took the best of really both worlds. You kind of had your cake and ate it too. Well done. Well done. All right, Lane.
Sort of similar for me. A major drawback was no theater. I'm a huge theater kid, but I still pursue theater outside of school through a non-public school company, which has kind of kept me really fun. But one of the main things that I have liked about Alliance, and I would pick it every time, is it creates this well-rounded student that colleges are really looking for. And that really prepares you for the workforce or for life, is that you get those hard skills in a main pathway. They see that you're focused on something, but you also develop soft skills like how to do an interview, how to dress for an interview, just kind of communication skills and writing skills. And it has really given me so many opportunities. And I recently got accepted to Governor's Honors Program, which is very exciting. For communicative arts, and we had to write a resume for it. And I realized how many things on my resume I needed to squash down into one page, because Alliance has really provided me with so much to put on an application.
Awesome. Awesome. And for students and parents that are there, here tonight. A couple things. Our seniors that are with us are still considering their post-high school plans, which is a process, and I'm not going to put them on the spot for that. National Signing Day here is April 29th. I'm sure they will be decided by then, and we will have information on that of where our senior class is going. And of course, Shelby is starting to develop your thoughts and plans. But where do our students go? Our students really have run the gamut. We have had a tremendous amount of success so far. We are super proud of our graduates that have gone off to everything from local in-state 2-year colleges and 4-year colleges, plenty at UGA and Georgia Tech, Kennesaw, North Georgia. We've got them at the big schools, Alabama, Auburn, South Carolina, Florida. We have a couple of students at Miami. We have students that have gone off to the service academies as well. And we have a few students this year going off to a few of the Ivy League schools that they have now progressed onto. So our students, not only that you see before you, are making their mark here locally, they are getting out there and they are making their mark here after they leave Alliance. So they're finding success. And those soft skills, I just love it. I just love that you guys, everybody here speaks so well. And you know, this is a sampling of our students, but our students just always speak this well. And we're so proud of them. We're gonna see if we have any questions for you all. Let's see if they do have any questions that we can answer.
Okay, we had a question from the viewers. It says, how many days did you find yourself having to come in early or leave late? And then how did you manage the commuting?
That's a good question.
Okay, so in case you weren't able to hear, the question is, how many days did you find maybe you had to come in early or late? And how did you, say, manage the commuting, whether you took the bus or did it on your own or got dropped off, carpooled, whatever it may be?
As a freshman, before I had my license, I carpooled with a bunch of people who lived near me. Luckily, I had some people who lived near me who went to Alliance. But I'm a very early kind of person. So I get here before school starts every morning just to kind of acclimate myself. But you don't need to. I know plenty of people who take the bus or arrive late, and we have that what we call Marvel time. That is really helpful for a lot of people. If you need extra help, or maybe you were sick, you missed a quiz, you can go make up your quiz. So there's not much of a need. You can find ways to work around, but there's plenty of resources here if you want to come here early and hang out and get breakfast and catch up on some homework, or stay late to work on a project or something, or for this we had to stay late.
Yeah.
But I definitely carpooled with other people who I found out that lived near me, and my mom was very good about helping me, and now I drive myself.
All right, and we do have parking for everybody with our parking garage. Anybody, once they get their driving privileges, we are able to offer every student that needs a parking spot, and we encourage that because we want you to be able to get out, do the internships. Any other, I mean, you're both part of Skills Meets morning, afternoon, so although even if you take the bus, there were times you had to maybe make other arrangements.
Yes, so Skills USA, we meet once a month for our chapter meetings. We also have various social events that might happen, but for chapter meetings, we always offer a meeting in the morning and a meeting in the afternoon, because we understand that need of, like, I can't get a ride in the mornings because my parents work downtown. Like, my parents both work downtown, so before I became a leader in Skills, I actually wasn't able to get those kinds of rides, but in the afternoons, that was really big for me, because I was like, I can stay and I can get my credits to compete and actually be able to do things. So I thought that was really cool.
Awesome.
It all depends on how involved you are, which obviously we encourage you to get involved. But the more involved you are, the more meetings you'll have throughout the week. So for example, I'm in most of the honor societies we have, as well as Skills USA, and I'm a leader, like a officer for Skills USA. So that will require you to come in more. So we have our leadership meetings in the afternoons on Mondays. And then we have various meetings just to plan events. And so we have to meet before and after school for that. But Marvel time, like Shelby said, is a huge time where we meet when we can. And then for like the honor societies, most of them are good about having morning and afternoon meetings, so you can come whenever you want. And it's like this week, for example, I had to come in one morning for a Spanish National Honor Society meeting, and then another morning for a Science National Honor Society meeting.
So I'm hearing is there was always flexibility with things you were involved with, and it always managed to work out. Okay, Good stuff. What else we have? Any others?
I just wanted some frequently asked questions. We've been busily answering the live Q&A. A lot of families asked about our course list that can be found on our website. As a reminder, registration starts February 15th. So you really do not need to do anything right now until February 15th. We're going to come and talk to the middle schools and share lots of information with your 8th grade students. We will send out a gazillion email blasts as well between now and then, so you'll know exactly what you need to do. Clubs and activities are posted on our website under extracurriculars and organizations, so you can see our list of clubs outside of our big CTSOs. Several families asked about the wait list. As we move through the wait list, we will actually call the family before we approve your student. So we will give you a call and let you know, we are now on your student on the wait list. Do you still want to accept your spot at Alliance? So we will give you a personal call from our registrar. Academic planning night is February 15th, so please join us online. The counselors will run that session, have lots more information about the registration process, the courses and classes we offer. Our electives, a lot of families asked about electives. Our electives are our pathways. So all of the pathways we're talking about, those are our elective courses. Several people asked about colleges. Our school profile is posted on our front page of our website. You can see the list of all the awesome colleges that our students went to from the class of 2021. We'll update that each year. Just this year with the class of 2022, our students have gotten accepted all throughout the nation. An amazing list. Ivy Leagues, in-state, Georgia Tech, UGA, as well as other schools throughout the US. And then lastly, also on our website, you will see that we have 3 virtual Q&A sessions for students and families. So we have 2, one during the day for Coffee with Canizaro, one during the day with counselors, and another one at night. So just continue to visit our website. We will send you email blasts, messengers with dates and times. Everything is virtual right now. We'll also post the information on our website.
Fantastic.
We have another question for the students.
All right.
Someone would like to know, do you feel that Alliance courses have been academically challenging?
So the question from an incoming student is, do you feel that the Alliance courses have been academically challenging? So we talk a little bit more about some of our toughest courses. Maybe we can talk in like a broader sense. How challenged do you feel? Maybe you could, I love asking students your current schedule. Too much, too little, or spot on? Maybe think of it that way. What do you think?
So currently I'm taking two dual enrollment classes at the UNG Cumming campus. I'm taking English 1102 and Statistics 1401. For me, I do feel like they are challenging, but to the point where I still receive good grades and I understand all of the content, but I'm still challenged to the point where I'm like, sometimes I'll double guess myself or second guess and I'll be like, wait, let me look at it from this way, see how I can either solve this problem, answer this thing, read about Nobel Peace Prizes, it just depends. And then at Alliance this semester, I'm taking Advanced Personal Fitness, and I'm also taking my Emergency Medical Technician pathway for healthcare. And it's really cool because my Advanced Personal Fitness class really got me ready for my military test. I want to enroll in NROTC, which is the Navy ROTC, for whichever college I do get accepted into, which helps me pay for it, helps me really go into it, that kind of stuff. And it challenges me physically more than mentally, but still there is a mental aspect of it to try to do certain exercises and that kind of stuff. But then for my Emergency Medical Technician class, it really challenges me because it just brings all these kinds of healthcare things that you wouldn't really think happens in the field. So it allows me to go right to Central EMS, see people, actually be able to ask them questions, work on patients, take their blood sugar, use all the things I learned in that classroom in this real world setting. And I actually got to do a cadaver lab, which I got to see actually inside the human body, as well as be able to innovate, do different types of things with inserting IOs into the bone marrow, and they're all academically challenging to the point where they help you in the real world. That's what I feel.
That ride along with EMS, that sounds like the ultimate final exam.
Oh, it's
That scares me just
Yeah.
thinking about it. So one thing I want to mention to whoever did ask that question is our courses here at Alliance, whether it's an on-level course, it's an honors class, or it's an AP course, it is the same course that are at any of the other 6 base high schools here in the county. It is the same course taught to the same standards. So I think that would help answer that question.
Yes. Another question.
All right.
This one is, what, if anything, do you feel like you may have missed by not going to your base school?
Okay. And so the question taken here at home is, what do you think you may have missed from maybe not attending your base school?
It's a good question. I have to think a little bit. The sports and arts aspect we touched on was kind of hard, but there are lots of ways to find outside of school activities and extracurriculars to find your way around that for sure. And especially, I know the other high schools still have events that are open to anybody. So I can go to Lambert's football games. I can go see a play at Denmark and support people I know there, or just go have like a fun time at a different event. Even though we don't offer those here, I think it's still important to be involved in the community as well as the community at Alliance.
Kind of opens up opportunities. Yeah. Cool.
I agree. I can't think of anything that I've missed out on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really think I missed out on much. I still did sports outside of school. I attended things outside of school, so I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, my daughter, who's a junior here, was in the band in middle school, and she wanted to play in the band in high school. And she put her instrument down. She said, "Hey, I think I'm going to learn electric guitar," and that's what she did. So she kind of, did something a little bit different, still in the music world. But she never expressed that she felt missing out on that. Ultimately, if that's what you want to do, if you want to be the captain of the football team or a leader in the marching band or something, that is something that you're not going to be able to replicate. But everything is give and take in some sort of way. So we certainly do have our strengths.
All right, and before we wrap up with our PTSO information tonight, we are going to stay online for about 10 more minutes. So if you have any live Q&A questions, you're welcome to type them into the box. I want to give a huge thank you to our awesome students this evening. So thank you for sharing your experience at Alliance.
Fantastic.
As a
Well
reminder,
done.
we have academic planning night, and we also have 3 different virtual sessions coming up with just Q&A with counselors and admin, where we are happy to answer individual questions. So at this time, we're going to turn over and pull up our PTSO presentation.
Just a few words about what we call our PTSO. I'd be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit about PTSO. Extremely important. PTSO stands for Parent, Teacher, and Student Organization. So we encourage families, please go ahead and join our PTSO. Help with them. They support our school and our Avenger community staff and students. They support events, things as simple as Treat Trolley, which goes out once a month to our teachers and just helps motivate and keep our teachers in a good, positive place and recognize them for all the hard work we do. They support our prom as well and many other events through the year. So our PTSO, Parent Student Organization, those funds all come back into the school and the community, and it is just it is a great organization. I believe I'm not sure if you can see this slide at home, but I guess this is on the website. One really cool thing that one fundraiser they are doing right now is a yard sign. Gosh, you don't have to wait until your student is graduating and making, I usually see these when we're announcing where our students are going off to college, and I see all the college logos all over my neighborhood and the community, and those are fun. You don't have to wait. Be loud and proud about coming to Alliance. You can order a yard sign, which goes ahead and it shows not only the student's name and the Alliance Academy, and if we can get this pulled up, I think Dr. Crowder is getting there, and it will show not only the student's name, couple more there, but the pathway. I'm so sorry you guys didn't have these when you entered Alliance. But anyway, how cool is that? So you don't have to wait till your students graduating. Be loud and proud about the decision that you're making and coming to Alliance and all the great experience that they're going to be able to have here. And if we can get to the next slide there, Dr. Crowder, your dues help all kinds, support all kinds of endeavors. So we encourage our parents, go ahead and join. Again, your membership is critical to helping support lots of things that, again, go back into our school and our community. Very easy to go ahead and check out their website. It is www.aai-ptso.com. They do have an upcoming board meeting you can get some information on coming up on February the 8th. Check the website. Lots of good stuff there, and just another way to support the school community and, of course, your students. We so look forward to meeting the class of 2026. Great to spend some time with you here. Again, my name is Tom Neighbor. I'm the Director of Counseling here at the Alliance Academy. And as was indicated by our administration, we will be hanging around for some more questions. And thank everybody for joining us this evening.
Thank you again, and we look forward to meeting our future Avengers very soon and welcoming the class of 2026. Have a great night. We will stay online for a few more minutes to answer any Q&A in the chat session.